EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit it for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. And that was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and an even touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You let them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this one. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and scare us in. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Titans are once again back in front. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Jackson on 1st down. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Another run here with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. So that'll be no better than an incompletion bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Ready, break.
They'll try and run for it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the fake they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, they'll run it here. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Rolling to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use 1 more timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few. They had pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess. Let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Got a man, and he puts him in stride. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 3-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because their dime is currently met. The intent still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Jackson and Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to start one away into 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly,
and now here's another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the toss with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A final shot now for Lawrence. Steps away. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed the intermission. They come out victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.